Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing the topic about managing employee benefits and services. Compensation. Under compensation, we have direct compensation and indirect compensation. So, accordingly, compensation, the purpose of the compensation is to attract, motivate, and to maintain employees. We have also direct compensation. Example of this are incentives and profit sharing or pay for performance. We have also compensation management. Under this, we have wages and salaries. Indirect compensation includes security, safety, and health. These are all legally mandated benefits. Benefits and services are fringe benefits. Benefits and services are called indirect compensation and are also known as fringe benefits and perks. Perk services are something in addition to the payment like car fuel and free parking, clothing, and educational supports. Whereas fringe benefit means something extra, such as vacation time that is given by an employer to workers in addition to their regular pay. Such benefits and services are used to persuade, to motivate, and or to retain employees and are not linked with the employee's performance. Example, stimulating them to greater effort and higher performance. Definition of benefits and services. Employee benefits. In general, indirect and non-cash or sometimes in cash compensation paid by an employer to employees in addition to their regular pay. Benefits tends to be necessities for many people. Some benefits are mandated by law, such as SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. Others vary from firm to firm or industry to industry. Definition of benefits and services. Employee services, according to the Employee Services Management Association, employee services encompasses recreation programs, community services, recognition programs, event planning, child care or elder care services, convenience services, and travel offerings. Employee services can include anything an employer deems necessary to provide as a perk for employees. No real limits exist as to what can be included as an employee service. Employee services are more of a convenience than a true benefit. Although employee services might be considered a benefit, they are usually optional and not necessarily what job seekers first look for when conducting a job hunt. We have also the objectives of benefit programs. The main objective is to attract, recruit, and to retain employees. These are to improve morale, to meet health and safety needs, to attract good employees, to reduce turnover, to maintain a competitive position, to enhance the organization's image. Types of benefits. We have insurance benefits, health benefits and services, security benefits, time off benefits, work scheduling benefits, retirement benefits, and disability benefits. Mandatory government benefits and contributions covered by the Philippine Labor Code. First, we have Social Security System contributions, or this is popularly known as SSS. Republic Act number 8282, or otherwise known as the Security or Social Security Act of 1997. The Social Security System is aimed at providing protection for the SSS member against socially recognized hazard conditions such as sickness, disability, maternity, old age, and death, or other such contingencies not stated but resulted in loss of income or results to financial burden. The employee and her employers are to contribute for the social security benefits of the said employee in accordance to a given schedule by the Philippine Social Security System. So these are Social Security System Schedule of Contributions from 2018. Mandatory government benefits and contributions covered by the Philippine Labor Code. Number two, we have contribution to National Health Insurance Program or NHIP. The employee and his her employers or employees are uh, are to contribute to the medical insurance of the said employee in accordance to the Republic Act 7835 on Medicare program, which is administered by the Philippine Health Corporation or PhilHealth. Monthly employee contribution depends on the employee's monthly salary. The monthly schedule is provided by PhilHealth. So we have PhilHealth premium contribution by 2018. So monthly basic salary times 2.75%, monthly premium, personal share, and employee share. So under monthly basic salary, which is multiplied by 2.75%, for example, you have a 10,000 income and below, so your monthly premium is 275 pesos and your personal share is 137.50, the same with your employee share. So if you have 10,000 to 39,999.99, your monthly premium is 275.02 to 1,099.99. So your personal share is 137.51 to 549.99 pesos, the same as with your employer share. You have also 40,000 and above. Your monthly contribution or your monthly premium is 1,100 pesos. Your personal share is 550 pesos, the same with your employer share. Number 3, we have contribution to Home Development and Mutual Fund or HDMF or tinatawag natin itong Pag-ibig. Home Development Fund Law of 2009. Employer or employers is required to contribute per month not less than 100 pesos to the employee's home development and mutual fund. In accordance to the periodic remittance schedule provided by HDMF, employers will remit this contribution in addition to that of the employees, which is to be deducted from his or her payroll. So monthly compensation and percentage of monthly compensation, we have under that we have employee share and employer share. So for 1,500 pesos and below, employee share is 1% and employer is 2%. Over 1,500 pesos, employee share is 2% and employer share is 2%. The 13-month pay, as mandated by Presidential Decree Number 851, the employee shall receive a bonus salary equivalent to 1 month's salary, regardless the nature of his or her employment, not later December 24 of every year. We have also service incentive leave. Book 3, Chapter 3 of the Labor Code of the Philippines cover the employee benefits for incentive leaves. According to Article 95, an employee who has rendered at least 1 year of service is entitled to a yearly 5-day service incentive leave with pay. Meal and rest periods. Under Article 83, the employee is provided 1 hour employee benefit for regular meals when working on an 8-hour stretch. Employees are also provided adequate rest periods in the morning and afternoon, which shall be counted as hours work. All these provisions apply in addition to every new employee benefits furnished that are in excess of what is stipulated by Philippine Labor Code. There are other Philippine employee benefits furnished by the employer or employees and are also covered by Philippine Labor Code that will be discussed in the succeeding slides. We have compensability of illness or injury under Employees Compensation Program or ECP. Employees Compensation Program is a government program designed to provide a compensation package to public and private employees or their dependents in the event of work-related sickness, injury, or death. Number 1, occupational diseases. For an occupational disease and the resulting disability or death to be compensable, all of the following conditions must be satisfied. Number 1, The employee's work and or the working condition must involve risks that cause the development of the illness. Number two, the disease was contracted as a result of the employee's exposure to described risk. risk. The disease, number three, was contracted within a period of exposure and under such factors necessary to contract it. And number four, there was no deliberate act on the part of the employee to disregard the safety measures or ignore established warning or precaution. We have the increased risk theory. There is an increased risk of illness is caused or precipitated by factors inherent in the employee's nature of work and working conditions. It does not include aggravation of a pre-existing illness. To establish compensability of the claim under the increased risk theory, the claimant must show proof of work connection. The degree of proof required varies on a case-to-case basis. Number two, work-related injuries. For the injury and the resulting disability or death to be compensable, the injury must be the result of an accident arising out of and in the course of employment. We have injuries resulting from an accident which happened at the workplace. Injuries resulting from an accident which happened while the employee is performing his official function. Injuries resulting from an accident which happened while going to or coming from the place of work. Injuries resulting from an accident which happened while ministering to personal comfort. Injuries resulting from an accident while the employee is inside the company shuttle bus. Injury resulting from an accident which occurred during a company-sponsored activity. And death of an employee due to assault. We have excepting circumstances. No compensation shall be allowed to the employee or his or her dependents in cases when the sickness, injury, disability, or death was occasioned by any of the following. Intoxication, number one. Intoxication refers to a person's condition in being under the influence of liquor or prohibited drugs to the extent that his acts, words, or conduct is impaired visibly, as to prevent him from physically and mentally engaging in the duties of his employment. Number two, notorious negligence. Notorious negligence is something more than mere or simple negligence. It signifies a deliberate act of the employee to disregard his own safety or ignore established warning or precaution. Number three, willful intent to injure oneself or another. This contemplates a deliberate intent on the part of the employee to inflict injuries on himself or another. We have also benefits under ECP or under Employees Compensation Program. Number one, less of income benefit. Under the ECP, it is the disability or the incapacity to work which is being compensated and not the illness or the injury. Under this, we have three types. Number one, temporary total disability or the TTD. For a disability that prevents an employee from performing his work for a continuous period not exceeding 120 days. The amount of daily income benefit shall be 90% of the employee's average daily salary credit as determined by the systems. Number two, we have the permanent total disability or PTD, a monthly income benefit granted for disabilities such as, but not limited to, complete loss of sight of both eyes, loss and function loss of both limbs, and brain injury resulting to imbecility or insanity. The amount of monthly income benefit for PTD shall be determined by the systems based on the average monthly salary credit or average monthly compensation, AMSC or AMC. We have number three, permanent partial disability or PPD. A monthly income benefit is granted for disabilities that result in physical loss or amputation or functional loss of a body part. The number of monthly compensations is based on the corresponding body part loss or functional loss as provided under Article 193 of Presidential Decree Number 626 as amended and EC scheduled or compensation. Number 2, we have medical services. It includes reimbursement of the cost of medicines for the illness or injury, payment to providers of medical care, hospital care, surgical expenses, and the cost of rehabilitation appliances and supplies. The medical services are limited toward services of hospitals duly accredited by the Department of Health or the DOH. Number 1, hospital confinement. The benefit in case of sickness and injury shall not exceed the actual cost of ward services in accredited hospital equipped with facilities necessary for the treatment of the disease and injury. Letter B, the subsequent attendance by an accredited physician. Number 3, letter C, medicines. Medicine reimbursements shall be in accordance with the amount prescribed under Republic Act Number 9502, otherwise known as Universally Accessible Cheaper Quality Medicine Act Number 2008. Carer's allowance. A supplemental pension of 575 pesos per month is provided to pensioners under the SCP who suffer from work-connected PPD and PTD. And number 4, we have rehabilitation services or Kagabay program. Kagabay means katulong at gabay sa manggagawang may kapansanan. Persons with work-related disabilities or PWRD with an approved ECTTD, PPD, or PTD are qualified to avail of the benefits and services under the Katulong at Gabay sa Manggagawang May Kapansanan or Kagabay program. Kagabay program. Under this program, qualified beneficiaries are entitled to letter A, physical restoration, provision of physical or occupational therapy services to PWRDs, including assistive devices subject to funding limitations. Letter B, skills training for re-employment. PWRDs can acquire new competencies subject to his or her potential and residual functional capacity. Letter C, entrepreneurship training. PWRDs who want to set up their own livelihood undertaking are given the chance to take part in entrepreneurship training. All these benefits and services are provided to qualified PWRDs for free. Incentives for employers hiring persons with disability or PWD. Section 3 of Republic Act Number 7277, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for Disabled Persons. Private entities are entitled to an additional deduction from their gross income equivalent to 25% of the total amount paid as salaries and wages to disabled persons who meet the required skills or qualifications either as regular employee, apprentice, or learner. Number 5, we have death benefits. The beneficiaries of the deceased employee are entitled to an income benefit if the employee died as a result of a work-related injury or sickness. The surviving legitimate spouse is entitled to receive income benefit until he or she remarries. Each dependent child not exceeding 5, counted from the youngest and without substitution, shall receive 10% more as dependent's pension. Funeral benefits. An amount of 20,000 pesos may be granted for the private sector upon the death of an employee who died as a result of a work-related accident or disease. Simultaneous granting of EC disability benefits and sick leave benefits for private sector. Simultaneous granting of EC disability benefits and special leave benefits for women and private and public sector. In the event that an employee's gynecological disorders were found to be work-connected, all qualified women employees in the private and the public sector can still avail of AC disabilities benefits in addition to special leave benefits under Republic Act Number 9710, otherwise known as Magna Carta for Women. We have Philippine Benefit Summary under the Philippine Labor Code Presidential Decree Number 442, Terms and Conditions of Employment. Number 1, we have the minimum wage. The Wage Rationalization Act, Republic Act Number 6727, sets the minimum wage rates applicable per region, province, and industry sector. Workers that render services for a total of 40 hours per week or 8 hours per day, 5 days per week are entitled to receive at least the daily minimum wage. National Capital Region, the minimum gross basic wage is 512 pesos per day as of October 2017. Night shift differential. This refers to the additional compensation of at least 10% of an employee's applicable wage rate payable to employees exempt employees who perform work between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. of the following day. Who are these exempt employees? So they are government employees, managerial employees, and officers or members of the managerial staff, field personnel, members of the family of the employer who are dependent on him for support, domestic helpers and persons in the personal service of another, employees who are paid by results as determined by the Secretary of Philippine Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE and appropriate regulations, and house helpers and persons in the personal service of another. Number 3, we have overtime pay. The normal working hours is 8 hours per day. An employee who renders work in excess of 8 hours a day entitled to overtime pay equivalent to the applicable wage rate plus at least 25% thereof. The overtime rate will vary if the overtime work is rendered on a rest day, a regular holiday, or special day. So under rest day, we have regular or special holiday plus 30% of the regular daily salary. Exempt employees are not entitled to such overtime pay. Yun yung mga nabanggit ko na kanina. Number 4, we have rest days. Employees except employees are entitled to a rest period without pay of not less than 24 consecutive hours for every 6 consecutive normal working days. Example, Sunday. Work done on rest days plus 30% of the regular daily compensation. Number 5, holidays. Unworked regular holiday, exempt except employees regular daily wage. Work on regular holiday equals 200% or double pay. Work on special holiday, regular daily pay plus 30%. Rest day plus work on special holiday, regular daily pay plus 50%. So what are the special holidays in the Philippines? So we have Benigno is Aquino Jr. Day. This is Monday or nearest 21 of August. All Saints Day, this is 1 of November. Last day of the year, that is 31 of December. And we have regular holidays. The New Year's Day, the 1st of January, Monday, Thursday, movable date, Good Friday, this is also movable. Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, these are also movable date. Araw ng Kagitingan, Monday, nearest 9th of April. Labor Day, Monday, nearest 1 of May. Independence Day, Monday, nearest 12th of June. And National Heroes Day, last Monday of August. Bonifacio Day, Monday, nearest 30th of November. Christmas Day, the 25th of December. Rizal Day, Monday, and nearest 30th of December. Leaves. We have maternity leave. Maternity leave, 60 days leave in case of normal delivery, abortion, or miscarriage. 78 days for cesarean delivery. Maternity benefit is equals to 100% of her average salary credit. Paternity leave benefit is granted to all married male employees first for deliveries of lawful wife. 7 days leave, full pay, consisting of his basic salary. We have also for solo parent leave, Solo Parent Welfare, Republic Act number 8972. Employee must have been working for at least 1 year, 7 working days of leave in a year with pay. Leave due to domestic violence, leave for women and their children who are victims of violence, paid leave for up to 10 days, extendable when the necessity arises as specified in the protection order. Leave due to gynecological disorders. Women employees who have rendered continuous aggregate employment service of at least 6 months for the last 12 months are entitled to the special leave benefit of up to 2 months with full pay following surgery caused by gynecological disorders. 13-month pay, Presidential Decree number 851. All rank and file employees, 13-month pay is equals to 1.5 or 1 month of the total basic salary. Regardless the nature of his or her employment, she will be paid not later December 24 of every year. Retirement benefits, Section 1, Article 287 of Presidential Decree number 442, 60 years of age but not beyond 65 and serve for at least 5 years. Benefits, 15 days salary plus service incentive leave plus cash equivalent plus 13-month pay. 9 is separation pay, basis of separation pay, introduction of labor-saving devices, redundancy, number 3, retrenchment, number 4, closure or cessation of business, number 5, disease, the employee found to be suffering and whose continued employment is prohibited by law or is prejudicial to his health as well as the health of his co-employees. For separation pay, Article number 283 and 284 of the Labor Code of the Philippines. Introduction of labor-saving devices is equal to 1 month pay or 1 month pay every year of the service. Redundancy, this is equal to 1 month pay or 1 month pay every year of service. Retrenchment, equal to 1 month pay or 1/2 month pay every year of service. Closure or cessation of business, 1 month pay or 1/2 month pay every year of service. Disease, the employee, 1 month pay or 1/2 month pay every year of the service. A fraction of at least 6 months is considered 1 whole year. Service charges. All service charges collected by hotels, restaurants, and similar establishments shall be distributed at the rate of 85% for all covered employees and 15% for management. The share of the employees shall be equally distributed among them. In case the service charge is abolished, the share of the covered employees shall be considered integrated in their wages. We have also disability benefits. We have temporary total disability or the TTD, nasabi na natin ito kanina. Income benefit is equals to 90% of his average daily salary. Coverage, continuous benefit pay must not exceed 129 working days. Permanent total disability or PTD, income benefit equivalent to his monthly income benefit plus 10% for each dependent child, not exceeding 5 dependents. Granted monthly benefit is equivalent to 5 years. Disability benefits, under this, again, we have permanent total disability or PTD. The following disabilities shall be deemed total and permanent. Temporary total disability lasting continuously for more than 125 days except as otherwise provided for in the rules. Number 2, complete loss of sight of both eyes. And number 3, loss of 2 limbs or at or above the ankle or wrist. Permanent complete paralysis of 2 limbs. Number 5, brain injury resulting in incurable imbecility or insanity, and number 6, such cases as determined by the medical director of the system and approved by the commission. Disability benefits, we have there the complete and permanent loss of a number of months. For example, you have one thumb being lost, you have 10 months. One index finger, you have 8. One middle finger, you have 6 months. One ring finger, you have 5 months. One small finger, you have 3 months. One big toe is 6 months. One toe is 3 months. One arm is 50 months. One hand is 39 months. One foot is 31. One leg is 46. One ear is 10 months. Both ears is 20 months. Sight of one eye is 25 months. Mid-year bonus or 14-month pay shall apply to all personnel occupying the regular or contractual positions rendering full-time basis covered by the compensation and position classification systems under Republic Act No. 6858 as amended by the Congress Joint Resolution No. 1 Series of 1994 and No. 4 Series of 2019 or 2009, equivalent to 1 month basic pay given not earlier than May 15 of current year. Mid-year bonus, the following are excluded from the MC. Government positions that are exempted from Republic Act No. 6758 as amended. Those hired without employee or employee relationships and funded from non-personal services appropriations budgets as follows. Consultants and experts hired for a limited period to perform specific services or activities with expected outputs. Laborers hired through job contracts and those paid on piecework basis. Student workers and apprentices. And number 4, individuals and groups of people whose services are engaged through job orders, contracts, or service, or others similarly situated. De minimis benefits. Compensation of small value or de minimis benefits are excluded from computation of the gross income. De minimis benefits have the purpose to promote the well-being and efficiency of employees and are limited to facilities or privileges of relatively small size. De minimis benefits include monetized unused vacation leave credits for private employees not exceeding 10 days, monetized unused vacation and sick leave credits for government officials and employees, medical allowance for dependents of 750 pesos per semester or 125 pesos per month, rice subsidy 1,500 or 1 sack of rice monthly, uniform allowance of 5,000 pesos, medical assistance not exceeding 10,000 pesos annually, laundry allowance not exceeding 300 pesos per month or 3,600 per year. Employee services. Employee services can include anything an employer deems necessary to provide as perk for employees. No real limit exists as to what can be included as an employee services. Common types of employee services are flexible working schedules. These programs are arranged to meet an organization goals while assisting employees with their personal lives. Example, because of technological advances, some employers allow employees to work from home 1 or several days per week. This gives employees some flexibility to maintain a balanced personal life and continue to successfully complete their work responsibilities. Wellness program. In 2008, the Harvard School for Public Health noted a national study by Harris Interactive showing that 91% of employers believe that they could reduce their health care costs by influencing employees to adopt healthier lifestyles. Many employers offer wellness programs to improve employees' health. These programs can be applied in a variety of ways, including reimbursable gym membership costs, on-site fitness facilities, and events to promote healthy living and eating. Childcare services. Working parents having access to a work-site child care center positively affects their ability to successfully concentrate on the job and be productive. Product service discounts. Most individuals keep coupons and shop for sales to save money. Some employers work with local and national retail product and service providers to offer employees discounts for their personal needs. These styles of programs can include everything from discounts on groceries to purchasing a vehicle at a lower cost. Free or discounted on site food and drink services such as lunch, snacks, and coffee can also assist employees by saving them time and energy. These types of services are often appreciated by employees and can be implemented at little or no cost. That's all, and thank you for listening.